little bit more range. Beautiful.
Fantastic there. VOLITIS taking the ball to X against a shorty. That is all effort right there on Kyle Fisher. All effort. Kyle Fisher just boxes the guy out. One-on-one. Who wanted the ball more? Kyle Fisher did. Almonte, one more to Mac Goodman. And a shot by Almonte is a hat trick for Landon Almonte. Goal Viera, 5-1. He's going to get pressured. He's going to move the ball. He's got two guys on him. That's a good one to Almonte. 7 seconds. Over to VOLITIS. Goal with 5 seconds left. Great ball movement by Viera. Looking for the shot over to VOLITIS. And VOLITIS with another cannon. No pun intended there. VOLITIS is trying to dodge up top. Feeds McNamara, who finishes on the crease. Again, kind of easy there. Another assist by VOLITIS. Goal by Mac. Over to VOLITIS. VOLITIS is going to run downhill.
I think we're all even now.
We call that NASCAR coming out of the box. Goodman, who's all by himself. Going to curl, and a fantastic shot. Mac doing what Mac. Goodman on the short stick is going to be a nightmare every day. And Goodman with a hat trick and a finish.
Fantastic. Hey everybody, Caleb Brown here for the Brevard Sports Network, and I'm standing here with our Gotcha Covered Roofing man of the match in junior, Cannon VOLITIS. First of all, talk about your game tonight. You had not only a hat trick in goals, but you had a hat trick in assists. Just talk about how you were feeling as the game progressed throughout the night.
Yeah, in the beginning I was feeling real good. You know, I could run, which is great. But things were just lining up. It was great. My teammates were moving offside or backside, and I mean, it was just a great game for them included. Everyone was helping me out with scoring and passing off.
So let's talk about this one tonight. So you guys start off coming to halftime, up 12-3. Final score ends up being 18-11. What was it that Jensen Beach looked to be doing that kind of either may have caught you guys off guard or coming in, because they had a nice little rally there in that second half?
Yeah, I would say they came out of into the second half really hot. We certainly had enough penalties to help them out with that, but I mean they were moving the ball, they were shooting well, but we hung on there.
Talk about some of the other guys, some of the other high scorers of the night. I'll make mention Landon Almonte, McNamara, Aiden McNamara. Why did I forget that first name? Talk about some of those guys who also had big nights tonight.
Yeah, they're amazing players. Landon he can really see the field real well. He has a lot of assists, a lot of goals. Kyle had a lot tonight. He's great at moving backside and just being like squirrely. Mac had a few, I think. He's great at coming around crease and just finishing hard. Aiden had a lot. Again, he's not scared to shoot it at all, and he can shoot it real well.
That he can, and we saw it on display tonight. What's it feel like? You guys have had to face some adversity. Obviously, you lose your starting goalie Jackson Lynch. You go down face-off guys. Your first string face-off guy 5 minutes into the season, and you lose him. You guys then become FOGO by committee. Talk about the resilience of this team through everything you guys have had to face. You guys are now 4-5, one game below 500. But just talk about the resiliency and toughness this team has shown.
I mean, it's amazing. I don't think I've ever been on a team that's been this tough. Connor Hoffman, he's been amazing at face-off. He's really stepped up. And it's just amazing to see, people just fill up roles that they wouldn't normally have. And I think we're playing some of the best teams in the state. And I think we're just doing really well.
You guys have had to play, again, because of those injuries, had to play a lot of Ironman lacrosse, as I call it. Guys, typically if you have a FOGO, it's, literally face-off, get off. And you guys are having to stay on when doing those face-offs. Just talk about what character that shows.
It's just everybody on this team is so tough. Even when you can tell they're, dying, tired, they keep going. Again, I'll say Connor Hoffman. That kid is a beast. He never stops, and he's definitely one of the reasons that we've been doing so well. So yeah.
Cannon VOLITIS, again, you are our Gotcha Covered Roofing man of the match. Now I'm going to ask this, and this one's a bit What's it like having a mom as passionate as she has been? She's your biggest supporter. Talk about her a little bit.
No, it's amazing. I love what my mom does for me. She's literally my biggest supporter. I love her so much. And I don't think I could do this lacrosse thing without her at all.
You know, it was funny. She and I were talking in the booth, and she goes, I didn't really know much about lacrosse. I just knew he kind of got interested in it, and I'm like, oh, I'll go in. And now to watch her baby boy do what it is that you do again, a hat trick in goals, a hat trick in assists. You certainly deserved that Gotcha Covered Roofing Man of the Match. For Junior Cannon VOLITIS, I'm Caleb Brown for the Brevard Sports Network.
Weeks, lots of injuries, and we played some of the top teams in the state. So we feel like the next stretch of 5 or 6 games, we need to put up some victories. So the boys came in with a lot of energy, passing the ball, keeping the same pace, which was really good about the teams that we were playing. The pace of the game is at that upper level is so fast. So that was really good experience for the boys. I hope we can carry that in for the rest of the season.
Coach, you mentioned the brutal schedule that you guys had lined up this year, and Alan and I have been loving the brutal schedule that, again, we're full believers in. To be the best, you got to beat the best. But no one could have imagined the extent of injuries you guys would face within the first couple of games. 5 minutes into the season,
3 seconds.
Okay, 3 seconds. I promise I know how to tell time. You lose your starting Fogo, and then a couple games later you lose Jackson Lynch, arguably one of the best goalies in the state. Talk about the resilience this team has shown playing the schedule that was scheduled.
Well, I'm so proud of him. We lost our second face-off guy with a hip. He separated his hip, and then two defensive middies. So we were really at a quandary, and we just, before the beginning of the season, we all saw boys in the boat. And so we feel like that's our mentality. Everybody's stepping up. Everybody's attack's playing midfield. Midfield's playing attack. Defense is playing short stick. So that has really kind of rallied around it. And once they realized against the Cardinal Mooney, the energy was good, and they felt like if they played with energy, they could play with anybody. And then Ponte Vedra, we played in 5-2 to halftime. And so we have really been progressing the last week, 9 days. The level of play that we're playing is so much faster. They're buying into it. So we're super happy that everybody is just killing themselves. Connor Hoffman, you can't say enough about Connor, about Cannon VOLITIS, about Gabe C. Those guys are just on the field all the time and just playing offense and defense face-off. I'm just so proud of them. They're really giving me 100% effort.
Also, talk about the senior senior class here. The senior class has been through some ups and downs of the program coming up. Talk about what it's been like to coach the senior class in helping them navigate through their senior year with all the adversity that inevitably they've come to face.
Well, I'm just so happy with him, especially Landon. Landon has forgo some of his accolades to be a team player. He runs midfield, he runs attack. He's trying to get everybody else involved. So he really has put aside, Connor Hoffman has really put aside those personal accolades for team goals. And so that's with all of the seniors are doing that. Jacob now is Jacob Glick, I think the best defender in Brevard. He is playing short stick now where he was a close defender. I mean, he is arguably the best cover guy and I put him up against anybody. He played against a D1 commit against Alatuna, Brandon Fountain, and shut him out. So we're just so proud of what he does, and he is just taken every face off. Granger and Logan, those guys are just giving it all, and I'm just so proud of them. Really good.
Let's talk about our Gotcha Covered Roofing player of the match, Cannon VOLITIS. I mean, you not only a hat trick on goals, but a hat trick in assist. Talk about what it's like to coach a young man who not only can score for you, but is also ready to step up and help his teammates.
Well, Cannon was our ex-attackman, and when this all happened, he came to me about 2 weeks ago and says, "Coach, I'll play midi for you." And so I'll play D midi, because if you want to play midi, you got to play D midi too. And so he stepped up. He's looking so good. He's in his stride. I think really he's found a home It's going to be hard to get him off Mitty because, you know, he's so big and he's got his head up. He's running with his head up now, and just it's so great that he can score. You can see him score, but when he can pass as well, it's pretty dynamic, and he passes to our finishers like Aiden and Matt Goodman and Landon. It's pretty hard to stop.
Let's also talk about someone who's faced a lot of adversity himself in Isaiah Garrett. Comes in, fills in for Jackson Lynch, and baptism by fire. He's faced a lot of tough shots. Talk about his play as the season has progressed.
Well, he is such a nice kid, and he was just happy to be on the team. You know, he came in, never played last year, and was happy to be Jackson's backup. And you know, Jackson has worked with him, so happy for Jackson that he's worked with him. And then when he went down, Isaiah stood up, and everybody didn't, you know, it was like, oh my gosh, you know, our season. But Isaiah has come in against Lake Highland, against Cardinal Mooney, against Ponte Vedra, and he has put up, you know, double-digit saves, 18, 19, 20 saves. I think tonight he had 17, and he's making the clears. We're so proud of him, and he's getting more confidence, different style than Jackson. You know, how can you replace Jackson? But Isaiah, we're just so thankful that we have Isaiah to step up. You know, it's just been a pleasant surprise.
This team does a great job of playing what I call Iron Man lacrosse. There are some guys that never leave the field, and you don't ever hear them complaining. As Coach said, they don't complain. They step up. Coach, what can I do to help better this team? For the victorious head coach, Bob Nunn, I'm